Hello everyone, how are we all? Well, I'm afraid I've been bamboozled. See, there is a top hat in Fall Guys, and I was so excited. But it turns out, one is attached to a snowman, so I'll have to settle for that very shortly. But the one I'm really looking at, all the way at the end, and it's attached to a goddamn walrus. So, I guess we'll have to settle. I don't know why on earth, of all the weird hats they have, a top hat is not one of the original slate, but it is what it is, so. Christmas is ruined. Anyways, so the format for today will just be this, and questions should you care to ask them, but don't feel any compunction. Don't feel compelled to ask questions, but don't feel like you can't either. I will attempt to answer them in between games, but we will be answering them in between games this time, not during. We've tried that before, it's a nightmare, so here we go. What do we want? 1 to 4, those from you, all season 3, yeah, we want all the new ones. Let's do all the new ones first. No, do we want more variety? Let's do more variety. Let's do both. Let's do everything. Let's roll. I just finished watching a horrible debate on modern day debate. Well, it wasn't that horrible, but on modern day debates between the distributist and some guy named Brent something or other. Okay, here we go. Oh god, I hate this one. Alright. God have mercy on my soul. The races have gotten harder, and I like that. My favorite one so far is the fan one. Most players don't even... Not most players, but... I don't think I've actually played that one yet, where all the players have actually managed to make it to the end. Oh my god. Knee rolls. Alright. I'm not even really pushing myself forward. They're doing that for me. Oh, wait, you can go over the side. Maybe I should do that. Oh. Come on, you can do it. Oh. Where am I? Okay. I've learned never to even try those cubes in the middle. No! No! Alright. Take that. Sucker. Alright. Stop. Stop it. Okay, so I've learned I don't actually want to... Oh, okay, maybe we do. Alright, come on. Yeah. Yes! Yes! Okay. Oh, Mother of God. No, Yeti. I don't actually know how many new maps there are. I wonder if it's just going to be the same few every time. Oh, is it just... I wonder if it's just 4. It might just be 4 maps. Yeah, okay, so I've done this one before, so it seems like on this playlist it's just... Okay, so there must be about 4 new maps. That would make sense. That's about par for the course. Usually about between 2 and 4 per season. Okay. You want the small ones. Small ones are worth no points. Haha. Alright, we'll take the big one here. We take what we can get. And get up. Get up. Okay. Haha. Okay. one. Oh, no. No. Okay, we're almost there. We're almost there. We're doing good. You don't have to get much more. Oh, my God. Okay. 4 more. 4 more. We get in the middle, we get it. Oh, that was not good. Okay, 2 more. Okay, if we get this one, I think we're actually... 1 more. Oh, I think we're doing fine. We're doing fine, unless everybody suddenly gets it at the end all at once. Haha, yes! Yeah, so... Oh. That went fast. I guess that makes sense. Oh yes, and just remember guys, when you ask questions, put an asterisk at the beginning. I think we're going to be fairly quiet tonight, but it just helps me when I'm scrolling through the chat to find and pick out questions when I get around to that. Okay. Okay. Oh, I've never beaten this one. Alright, it's going to be first. Oh, hi, Commander. Oh no, we got this one. Okay, over here. Cross. Oh no. Oh, come on. No! Damn ye! I'll take it. Come on. Oh, are you serious? Are you serious? What is this? Wait, can I jump up? Jump up. Oh, I'm not gonna make it. I'm so not gonna make it. Why is that snowball black? Stop! Okay. Alright. No. Come on. Just No, just let me run. Okay. Nope. Oh, come on. No. Just give me a chance. Damn you all to hell. Okay, let's see what the next one is before we restart. I just want to see what the last 2 maps are. Snowy. Oh no, team games? Oh, this looks interesting. The problem with team games in this is that while the game is usually pretty tight, the latency... Okay, so let's see what this is. Oh, so they must be growing a snowball. No? Yeah, they're growing a giant yellow snowball. Lovely. Oh god, this looks like a nightmare. This game is legitimately harder than Dark Souls. Oh, look at this bastard. Okay, so... is the goal to get it to the center? No, that can't be it. Or is it... oh, I see. You need to control the center. Oh, that's diabolical. So many ninjas. I hope in the next season they have an actual top hat that doesn't have anything attached to it. Among Us had a top hat. Among Us had 2 top hats get stacked on top of each other, and a top hat with a patch, and a tiny top hat. This has Until now, nothing, and now it's a top hat on a snowman or a top hat on a walrus. I kind of just want the walrus for the stats. Oh my god. That is so weird. Wait, so is the goal to grow it and then get it on top, or? Okay, so who won? I don't understand what that game was. What was the rule? Alright, what's the final round? How bad is this going to be? Final rounds are notoriously bad, except for Hexagon and Jump Club, which is my favorite. Fall Mountain can be okay depending on the number of players, but generally it's a crapshoot. Oh, is it? Oh, it's just Hexagon again. But slippery Hexagon. Oh, this actually looks cool. Okay, I can dig this. Oh, slow Hexagon. That's interesting. Okay, who are we betting on? I think it's going to be this witch here. It sounds like a jinx. I think it's going to be... This one seems to be playing it pretty smart. But yeah, I was watching a debate on Modern Day Debates on does the U.S. need more democracy? It was kind of a disaster. Somehow the distributors manages to keep on talking despite not knowing anything about anything that he's discussing. It's kind of a mystery to me, actually. It can be hard to keep a conversation like that going when you do have all the facts. That was... He does have a gift. Okay, I'm not seeing... Okay, there we go. So 3 layers. Okay, my bet's still on the witch. The witch has managed to stay pretty... She's managed to keep a good movement flow. I'll be very disappointed if she slips, whatever she is. Okay, 2 dead already. I'm actually kind of surprised they're 2 dead already. This seems like a map that you can kind of take your time on. Oh, okay. My days were. I thought for sure he was gonna do it. He's playing slow, but he's gonna get cut off. Oh, he's done. He's so done. He's so done. Where is your god now? Yeah, you can't. Yeah, you don't have any. Oh, come on. Oh, yeah, he's dead. He's dead. Oh, no, he's alive. Oh, I guess you won. There you go. What on earth? What is that? I didn't see the guy playing. Alright, what did we get? Did we get our top hat yet? I know I got the snowman bottom. Yay. Alright. How far along are we? 2 more, okay. Good. Lots of stuff. I also kind of want this Krampus, but I really want Snowman. Okay. Commander Fogg, I'll answer your question after the next round. I gotta focus on this. I will answer that. The answer might be disappointing. Question concerns, when is political violence if ever justified? The short of it is, politics is always violent. That's an unsatisfying answer, because what we're really asking is, I mean, I think anyways, when are we permitted to cause bodily harm to other people for a political cause? Or what kinds of political causes can we inflict bodily harm for in a direct corporeal sense? That's really the question. But it will have to wait. Okay. It's a toss-up whether or not I even get past this first level, so fingers crossed. How's my audio? Is that coming through all right? I've noticed it's been a little bit quiet sometimes. Just want to make sure it's actually... Oh, I want the hat so badly. Okay. Give me the hat. Yes, on to glory. Try going down the side this time. We've had a bad experience trying to get through that labyrinth in the past. It seems to be a trap. In fact, it seems like the center way in all of these obstacles is the worst way to go. It seems like the most efficient way is the side, which is unusual. Just the obstacles are too strong. Oh, that is such good timing. Get out of my way, snowman. Damn you. Ugh. Ugh. Okay. Okay, it's okay, we're good, we got this. Nice. The audio is perfect. Oh, it's not really perfect, that's just my chocolatey, buttery voice. Okay. Ooh, I like that green. It's weird when you've been indoors looking at the black and white pages all day long, just how much psychological good just the colors of this does for you. Oh my god, that was violent. Like, it's almost tragic in a way, but like, just that's that color palette. It's just like pure concentrated joy with none of the tragic depression you sort of associate with clowns, you know? That was a weird thing to say. Alright, it's probably going to do the same thing over and over again. So I think we're going to do the other playlist for the next round. Okay. I like this map because it has flow to it. The worst maps I find are the ones where you just get stuck, and you have to just kind of pound the wall until you get through. Those are just awful. This one, there's always momentum. Yes. Haha! Oh, that was smooth. No, okay, that wasn't smooth. But, we're going to get... 215, come on, get up! Get up! Ugh! Oh, I can't believe I made that. In the middle, get up, you gotta get up, Sleep when you're dead. Okay, 6 out of 15. We're not doing bad. Not doing great either, but we're not doing bad. We're going to survive this. I am decreasingly confident. Alright, here we go. 2 already. Okay, the ending is going to go fast. That's the danger. Like, it looks like not a lot of people are passing right now, but it's going to end really fast. We get the center. Oh, come on. Come on. Just give me a break. Stop. Okay, everything I said about this map is wrong. This map sucks. Okay, we get the center. We get it. Yes. And yeah, Elad Zebu, I hope I'm getting your name right. Yeah, feel free to rewrite your question. I don't think this is going to be a very busy stream. I didn't advertise it very much. I'm kind of doing it off the cuff. The channel's going to get a lot busier after the new year. We're writing up a schedule right now. I want to get the rudiments of it sketched up, so we're going to have way more regular video essays, and we're going to be scheduling things so we have time to, you know, pursue guests, interesting guests. Liam O'Mara said that he would be willing to come on at some point in the future. He is very busy though, so I don't know when that'll be. But that conversation was fun. I should also hit up Professor Bates again. It's been a little while. Okay. Haha, take that. Oh no! Ah! Why? Okay. No! Oh my god. Okay. 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 Up the stairs until I come to Tana. This is horrible. This is actually just horrible. Oh my god, okay, we have to time it. Slow, smooth, smooth, fast. Okay, we're gonna go this way now. No, stop it. Stop! Okay. Alright, we're almost there. So close. So close. Up. Yellow. Oh no! Come on. 5 more. 5 more. We can get it. We can get it. Where am I supposed to go? Oh! Alright. That was awful. Unbelievable. Not even the next tier. Alright, we're gonna switch it up so we get more of a spread. I'm not gonna do this one anymore. I'm gonna do the main show. Do I get that? Yes. What's in the store right now? What have we got? More spider. Oh, I have it already. Okay. There's Pedro. Yeah, nothing I really want. Alright, let's do this again. It was so weird. Until recently, there were actually a ton of cheaters in this game. It's the weirdest thing to cheat on, because the only enjoyment you get from the game is from playing it, like, as a game. So it's almost like cheating in, it's like cheating in Pong. Like, you may as well just not play Pong, just, like, open up a Microsoft Paint and write "you win." Oh, hi, Noah Watson, welcome. What is that sound? Is that my phone somebody calling me? How dare they? Or is that an alarm? What am I hearing? That's not my phone. Oh, I see. I see what's going on. Okay, hang on a sec. What is making that noise? Oh. Faraday Speaks is trying to call me. That's weird. Okay. Or some group chat. I'll have to remember that. That's Discord. Okay, here we go. Oh, this one. I just started running. I didn't even process which level this was. Bastard. That son of a bitch. Going on the opposite side. Okay, we want to go in the middle. Oh my god. Yes. Yes. Oh no. Alright. Okay. We're gonna make it. Let's survive us. Yes. No. Yes. Come Come on. Stop. Stop. Ugh. Okay. Mother of God. Okay, here we go. This again. Oh, and there's fewer slots for... Oh boy, this is going to be tricky. Although, I wonder if this is going to be a lot easier with fewer players, because no, it's not. That choke point at the beginning is a killer. Well, we're at the front. Okay. What's kind of nice about this is they sort of push you forward from behind, so it's actually kind of hard to fall too far behind in this area. Oh my god. They seem to have done something with the physics recently. It's... Get up. You seem to get bumped a lot farther when you walk into other Fall Guys. I guess the other beans. How this ice looks. This reminds me of Mario 64. Oh, okay, come on. Come on, come on. Oh, we're actually gonna do well. Yes! Yes! Oh, wow. I am pleasantly surprised with that. The game audio is a bit loud. Well, let me fix that. Is that better? Let me know if that's better. I've turned it down a tiny bit. Okay, so Alad Zebu asks, if I recall correctly in your video, Deconstruction is Your Friend, a segment where you shortly mentioned gender and signaled that any deconstruction is yet to be made. Continue in next paragraph. Alright, I'll wait your next paragraph. God, it's just these ones again, isn't it? I just want Slime Climb. Oh, really? Really? Okay. Only room for 18. You cannot fail. Come on. Alright, we're gonna get the small one. The last one's the important one. That's the one that gives you the real boost. Oh my god. Okay, so we need to get the center here. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, okay, well that's close. Two have already gotten in. That's not good. But game's not over yet. Hey, stop. Stop. Gold? Is gold good? I don't know. We'll never find out. Okay. Bronze it is. Oh no, 18 are in. This isn't good. 9. Okay. What? Oh man, that pushed me back through. 10. Okay. Okay, 15, 18. Alright. We get this last one. We got it. We just need... Oh no. Okay. Alright, we'll answer Aled's question then. This is actually exhausting. Oh, and here another crown. I'm kind of hoping an actual top hat shows up in the store, because I would like that. Okay. So, Alad Zebu's full question. If I recall correctly, in your video Deconstruction is Your Friend, a segment where you shortly mentioned gender and signaled that any deconstruction is yet to be made, and that would be dangerous to just discard it without such deconstruction. My question would be, what is stopping modern academics from making a proper deconstruction? I'll have to go back to the video. I don't think I said that specifically. I think what I probably said was something to the effect of, our concepts of gender play a big role in how we treat each other, how we decide who should do what in our societies, and that they should be interrogated. And deconstruction of concepts is one way in which we do that. And I've been informed after the fact that, because I do cite Derrida in that video, and I probably should actually make a note of this, I just realized, that there's multiple senses of deconstruction at play here. So the Derrida notion of deconstruction is different than the sort of colloquial sense of deconstruction that you sort of see any sort of critical history or examination of concepts in the university be sort of derided as deconstruction or something like that. Yeah, so I think there's an interesting question in what you're asking. I'm not entirely certain that the question as phrased reflects what I actually said in that video. But academics have, certain academics have actually done a pretty thorough job of examining and interrogating the concept of gender and our different concepts of different genders and things like that. So I don't pretend to be an expert. The one to talk to about that would be Hjalmar Bjorn, who is a philosopher but has also done a lot of work with respect to gender and especially trans issues. Including actually something that we need to do a video on or a stream on at some point that's actually really important, and that's that currently in many European countries there is still, despite the fact that they allow for gender transition surgeries, there is still a vestige of the old eugenic ideas that inverts, as they were once called, should be sterilized. There is a sterilization requirement for gender reassignment surgery in certain European countries. I'm not entirely certain off the top of my head which ones. I do have a long paper that I've read a fraction of that. I was supposed to have read the whole thing out. But at some point we'll be talking about that, because that's actually a pretty big deal. But, yeah. So enough for that. Let's go for another round. And yeah, again, for those of you who just showed up, I do ask that if you ask questions, there's an ongoing Q&A I'm going to ask sort of in between rounds. If you have a question, put an asterisk at the beginning so that I can see it when I'm sort of scrolling through the chat. So, that's that. We're so close to that snowman. I had a weird interaction today with a YouTuber called Demon Mama. I had watched a video of her debating Destiny. I hadn't heard. Well, I think I did hear of her briefly because she was on Chud Logic at one point, or Chud Logic was on her channel, something like that. She's not huge. She's got like 3K subs and 15K on not 15K, like 1,500. I think 1,600 on Twitter. But I watched the debate with Destiny, and it was kind of awful. It was like really early Vosh, imitated to a T, but like to an embarrassingly obvious degree. Like if you watch that debate between Demon Mama and Destiny, like it's so obvious she's trying to pretend to be Vosh. Right down to the way she speaks, the way she gesticulates, the way she constantly interrupts sentences with hey, 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 like that. I did that terribly, but yeah, that really annoyed me. Like, at least Vosh, when he does it, he doesn't actually, like, constantly interrupt his interlocutor. Like, he does those obnoxious things, or at least he used to. He does so less now. But he typically does so to get an edge in, not to sort of blanket over the whole conversation. Like, he doesn't interrupt constantly. He did in the first Sargon debate, which was really bad, and he acknowledged that it was really bad. And I think this is true for... Oh my god. I think this is true for Destiny as well. He does that too, but he generally doesn't interrupt for the whole conversation. Oh my god, stop that. Speaking of interruption, god damn this fan. Oh no. Okay, I think we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. No, what do you... Stop! Okay, come on. Come on. Yes. 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 Yes! Yeah, so... Like, they'll do this, but they won't interrupt their interlocutor for the entire conversation. Like, it's to get a word in, or to... Whoa, that's snow and we're flying. Or to interject a point when the other person is just going on and on and on, you know? And sometimes it's inappropriate, but, like, you can have a conversation with those two. If you watch the Destiny and Demon Mama conversation, she doesn't give him a minute to speak. It's just all the way through for, I think, something like 2.5 hours. And I commented about this on Twitter, and it was... And I basically just said, like, I think you've got some great energy, but, like, I don't think that the imitating Vosh thing is a good move. First of all, I think Vosh himself has recognized that there's a flaw. God, it's just the same maps, isn't it? That there's a flaw with this approach, which is why he's sort of moved away from it, especially with his talk with Tim Pool, which was excellent. And it's coincided with tremendous growth on his end. And I said, like, I think this is going to be unendearing in the long run. Like, I think there's an audience for that kind of thing, but I think it's smaller than you might expect, and I think you'll probably do better if you know, just talk to people like they're people, you know? And it was weird, just the hostility in the response. So that was a bit of a bloodbath. It's been a little while since I've had, like, an actual Twitter flame war. Oh, we're just on a roll today. But yeah, don't like Demon Mama. It's like everything that was wrong with Vosh, but on steroids and with no self-awareness or, you know, brains, as far as I can tell. It's kind of... That's mean. I think she's just a kid. I think she's like 20 or so. But it was weird though, like having a conversation with somebody like that. You mention these things and they're like flexing about how, well, you've only got like 1/3 the subs that I do. It's like, yeah, but we're talking about like 1,000 subs. This isn't exactly the big leagues, and in any case, that's hardly an argument, isn't it? There we go. We're in. Not as solid as I want it to be, but yeah. Anyways, I hope I don't interact with that character again. I may have to in the future, but... I don't know. It's a strangely mixed crowd, isn't it? Chudlogic's a fantastic host. I actually really like appearing on his show. Zanzi is probably one of the most pleasant people I've ever talked to. Ray's interesting. Emily on that last Among Us stream was really fun. Kez got so mad when I accused her in Among Us. That was kind of weird. Although we talked afterwards, and she's actually not terrible. But yeah, Demon Mama, just very fragile, very, very angry lady. There, that's my Twitter drama for the month. Hopefully it's the last bit. Okay, here we go. I need to actually win this one this time because I want to do that final round. Oh, this looks better. I like this. This looks like... Oh, I see. Oh, what? Sucker. Oh my god, I'm gonna make it. No! Okay. Come on. Up, 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 up. Yes! Okay, only 14 can make it. That is probably not going to include me because I suck at this. But god damn it, we're going to try. Okay. Need to wait. Go. Wait. Go. Go. Oh, are we going to do it? Are we going to do it? I think we're gonna do it. I think we're gonna make it. I think we're gonna make it. Ugh. Yes! Haha. Come on, Samus. No. What the hell? Oh, it's an apple. Well done. Who found the... Yeah. Alright, that's it. Lewert Campbellin, and I wanted to sign up for economics. In college, I realized I'd rather shoot myself, switched into political science. Had a boring couple of years, had a really excellent professor who taught me Plato's Republic, and managed to bring all of my high school reading of Machiavelli and whatnot to bear, and I did pretty well, so now I just get mad at people. Oh, I'm in the finals, yes! Okay, here we go. I can't wait to lose at this. But if we win... What if... Okay, how can we beat these guys and make them really suffer? What we should do is just destroy the center. Destroy the center. Yes. Force them all to the extremities. Starve them. We can do this fast. Okay. Cut these guys off. We want them to have no safe harbor whatsoever. Our goal will be to destroy the map. Destroy the map for everyone. Oh! Oh no! No, no, no! Yeah. Oh no. Oh no! Get up! Oh! I couldn't have survived that. Alright, who's gonna win? Taking bets. Snowman's not gonna win, clearly. I'm thinking... Jester. I think Jester's gonna win. Yeah, he's dead. Or is the Jester gonna win? Oh no. Why would you do that? You made a terrible mistake. No, what have you done? You fool. Okay. Precious crown should have been mine. Alright. Although I did get a crown, didn't I? Aha. Yes. No, I didn't. Oh, we're getting closer to that snowman, though. Soon we will be a snowman. Just one more. Just one more. Commander Frog asks, question, first question, you put an asterisk next to it. What are you doing? You dissed Steven Pinker in one of your older videos. If you could sit down... Right, so Steven Pinker had a video where it was like it was a big think video where he was asked if there was one dead philosopher, something you could sit down and have a conversation with, who would it be? And he said Thomas Hobbes. It was awful. Question, you dissed Steven Pinker in one of your older videos. If you could sit down and talk to any philosopher / person, who would it be? That's tricky. See, the problem is I read everybody in translation, right? I don't know ancient Greek when I read Plato. I don't know German when I'm reading Hegel. So a lot of the people that I'd be interested in, I couldn't even talk to in the first place. Thomas Hobbes was supposed to be a very fun guy. That's not necessarily a bad choice. I just don't think it's a good choice for Pinker, because Pinker clearly doesn't understand Hobbes and he would embarrass himself quite quickly. That is a good question, and I don't know. I mean, Jesus would settle a lot of questions, wouldn't he? I can't think of anybody, to be honest. In English? Yeah, I'm really gonna have to think about that one. Who have we got here? Looking at my shelf quickly. Who have we got? Machiavelli's Italian. I can't talk to him. I have a feeling Charles Sanders Peirce would hate me. Carl Schmitt would be cool, except he's a Nazi, so I guess not. Yeah. In answer to your next question, to the next question by Lure Campbell, what languages do you know? This is the problem. I only know English. I can read a little bit of ancient Greek, unless I've lost it. I haven't tried to in a couple of years. I know a bit of French, because I'm from Quebec, but no, I'm monolingual, unfortunately. To my great shame. Apparently Foucault knew like 7 languages, but never learned ancient Greek, and it was one of his dying regrets. Alright. Oh my god. I just ran into a wall I knew was... Wow, that is... That is room temperature IQ. Okay. Okay. Oh, I just realized those look like teeth. Oh my god. Ugh. Come on, come on. I cannot lose on the first round here. That would be unbearably shameful. Hey! Stop it, parrot. L.A. Zebu asks, why would you be interested in learning ancient Greek? What makes it stand out? Well, because there's a whole lot of really important literature that's in ancient Greek, and various kinds of ancient Greek, that is really hard to translate, that I would like to be able to understand as closely as possible. Now, I mean, it's not perfect, obviously, because there are words whose meaning we have to sort of make some inferences about. Like, for example, apparently, I don't read ancient Greek, so I haven't read this in ancient Greek, so I don't know this firsthand, but Thucydides' Peloponnesian War is apparently notoriously difficult to make a literal translation of. It's full of sentences that are only idiomatic to a person in Thucydides' own position, so it's... I'm also interested in the origins of political concepts, and the origins of political concepts are in one of their earliest moments, not the earliest, but in one of their earliest moments, ancient Greek, so... This level's growing on me. Oh, no. Okay, I hate it now. Bastards. Oh, stop! Stop! Okay, center. We want the center. The center. Okay, good. I wonder. Okay, I want that gold. Wait, it switched to not gold? They switch? Oh, that is... Okay, I guess we're skipping this one. Come on, get the center. We get the center, we get it. We get the center, we get it. Yes! That center one's too easy. Lewert Cumballen asks, what are your thoughts on the tensions between Quebec and the rest of Canada? I'm going to be honest, doesn't occupy my thoughts very often. Separatism hasn't been a serious issue for a couple decades now. We moved, actually, during the last referendum. Actually, funny story. Apparently my parents were carrying me in a wagon downtown one time in Montreal, somewhere around Brossard, I think. And we were passing a separatist parade. No, not a separatist parade, a Remain parade. Or, what do they call it? You know, a United Canada parade or something. A counter-separatism parade. And as we were walking by, and they were all cheering with their Canadian flags and whatnot, I guess I'd been watching the television. I was like 2 years old. I apparently stood up in my cart and I went, Vive le Québec libre! And they rushed me out of there very quickly because they didn't want to die, so, yeah. Those are my thoughts on the tensions between Quebec and Canada. Blood for the blood god. Am I going to get this one? No. He is going to get this one. Bastard. Okay. Haha! Back, you cowardly cat. Oh, no. Damn. I spoke too soon. I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get this. God damn it. Okay. I'm not gonna get that one. I do not want to lose here. This is a bad level to lose at because it's just not fun. 2. Come on, come on, come on. Sound effects make it better. Yes! Okay. That was stressful. Oh, that is an ugly bean. It's like it's wearing a diaper. God, all these half snowmen. What is... Oh, I see. It's a bulb. No, is that bulb? Oh, that's the wimp outfit. Okay. Okay, let's find a really high-ranking person. Let's see if... Oh, wow. Still 0, huh? That's rough. 5, 6. Oh, let's watch him not get in. Let's watch this parrot lose. I want the parrot to lose. He's apparently one of the better players. So if he loses, that's good. It's good for us. Come on. Come on. Somebody else get it. 13. Oh, he got it. Damn. So close. So close. Okay, so this either could be the final or the penultimate round. I'm hoping it's the final round, and I'm hoping it's Jump Club, because Jump Club is just my favorite. Oh, not this again. Everybody says that, like, Hexagon is the best map. I disagree. I find Hexagon to be kind of random. Like, it's sort of skill-based, but it's also, like... What if we just zigzag? What does that do if we just zigzag? Oh my god, are you serious? Are we the first one down? Oh, well, I guess I can answer some questions then. Lewart Cambalin asks, what made you right-wing initially? And Commander Frog asks, why are you a Christian? Thank you for the easy questions, guys. Well, the right-wing one's easier, but it sort of stems off the previous one. So, I wasn't right-wing because of any interpersonal associations outside of my family. I was right-wing because my family was, for whatever reason, starting to consume a lot of right-wing news sources. And that started to shape my ethics in a lot of ways. Now, not in, like, in a really deep way. I shouldn't really say it shaped my ethics. I think it started to shape my opinions of political events. And I saw a lot of stuff happening through these incredibly biased filters that showed people who were identified as roughly left-wing doing things that I found awful. And I still find awful, but it's obviously a bit more complicated than that. So in a clear way, not in a clear way, in a direct way, why I was right-wing was just a manifestation of me getting faulty information, having a juvenile understanding of my own religion, and then being inculcated in right-wing news sources and viewing the world through that lens, and yeah, It kind of all flowed automatically. It wasn't really a choice thing. This is when I was very young. And then I was just unreflective about that for a long time while I was going through college. And it was only in my later years that I started to, well, because I started to get involved in, like, the whole, like, 2016, you know, the anti-SJW stuff, things like that. And I was really frustrated by how, oh, we're so close to that snowman. Oh, what? Did I get a bouncy beam? What? What is that? Yay! I don't know what that means, but awesome. Sweet. Anyways, yeah. So, what was I saying? Right. Anti-SJW stuff. So yeah, so I got involved with that, and I was really frustrated by how people in that whole culture war scene were, let me turn on the volume for a little bit so I can talk. People in that whole culture war scene were just, I don't know, they were acting really reflexively. They weren't really showing charity to the people they were arguing with. They were all just kind of shouty and vulgar and just overbearing and rude. And so in my incredible arrogance, I had the bright idea to start going into quote-unquote social justice classes to sort of learn the lingo and find ways to persuade people on the left that they were on the wrong side. And in the course of doing so, I actually educated myself and eventually realized, what the hell am I doing? I don't actually agree with any of the practical positions that I used to hold. And the people who are on the news as like these horrible SJWs and whatnot, they are, but they're a tiny, tiny minority that don't actually represent the actual work being done, that's being slandered by terms like postmodern neo-Marxist stuff. Well, you know what I mean? So I sort of moved out that way. Now, there's a lot of big problems with the part of the quote-unquote left that is engaging with the right, and there's a lot of toxicity there, and there's a lot of grifting, and there are a lot of people who prey upon other people who really they should be having a common cause with, and working collaboratively with and constructively, either for personal empowerment, for a sense of personal satisfaction and vengeance, or just because they aren't really thinking about what they're doing. They're just doing what kind of feels good. It's a dopamine rush. But insofar as I consider the left wing to be defined insofar as it is specifically the left wing by its opposition to the right, and the right by its opposition to the left, that is to say, a person is only really left or right wing in a positive sense when they have positioned themselves as against the other wing. Because I'm against the right wing, I consider myself left wing, but I want to make that understanding a bit more robust because, and I was going to do a video on it today and I just got too tired, because there's something that really happens along that kind of, along those lines where they start to intersect. So that's kind of a meandering way of getting at the point. As to why I am a Christian, in all honesty, I was raised in it. I had an emotional attachment to it growing up. So this actually, I mean, people like Richard Dawkins disparage this, but having an attachment to something has tremendous advantages. For one, you take it seriously enough that you investigate it as thoroughly as you can. You're not really blasé about it. One of the things that disturbs me is that a lot of quote-unquote Christians are not willing to interrogate it at all. I started interrogating it because I had an existential crisis as a teenager, in which I started to doubt whether or not, like, this afterlife stuff that had cushioned, you know, sort of your whole view on life, whether or not that was true, or true in the sense that I had always sort of taken for granted that it simply must be. So I started looking online and started reading apologetics and things like that. And I eventually came to find those those had therapeutic value for me, but I eventually came to regard them as being kind of beside the point and more ameliorative and therapeutic than, you know, conducive to truth. So I'm more Christian now as a kind of, I don't want to say it's like a secular, sterile Christianity denuded of all, like, metaphysical commitments, you know, like someone like a Marcus Borg, I guess, which is maybe unfair. I've probably been reading a slanderous caricature of him as well. But it's at this stage, it's a set of ethical loyalties, an orientation around the mythos of a certain figure, and I guess just a general sense that it seems to, and again, this is of course probably accounted for by my being raised in it, but it seems to be extremely ethically appealing and consistent with what I understand to be the best. So I realize that's not very persuasive to anybody who's considering religion or is against religion, but it's not really intended to be. I'm trying to figure out what I actually believe about that as we speak, so it's an excellent question. I actually don't fully know the answer to that. I have a history of why I certainly am one. I don't really have a strong set of arguments for why I would continue to identify as one, short of I feel a very strong compulsion to do so. So thank you for the question. I hope that wasn't too unsatisfying. Applad asks, where are you from Quebec, and if so, how much French do you know? I don't actually know exactly where I am from Quebec, because I haven't really asked my parents about that much at all, because I thought I remembered it quite well. And that's part that I remember is really the only part that mattered to me. But apparently somewhere around Brossard, I think Greenfield Park, somewhere around there, but I can't quite remember. Lawert Cambalin asks, well, you were asking a lot of questions tonight, which is fine. Ask more. Asks, do you know who JJ McCullough is? He's also a Canadian political YouTuber. I feel like someone's mentioned him before. It might have been you, but I can't remember off the top of my head. I really can't. Let me actually search him quickly. I'm kind of... Oh, did I just start a game? Stop that. Yeah, okay. Let's... JJ McCullough. JJ McCullough. Oh, he's pretty big. 251,000 subscribers. I hate this yellow. He looks like a Where's Waldo supermarket edition. How playing cards look... Am I reading the right person? How playing cards look around the world. Disney's best propaganda cartoon. What the hell? Food imperialism. What are Canadian conservatives like? This might be interesting if I go through it. The aesthetic is giving me a migraine. Check out these Canadian poke. Oh, I see. They're just parodies. Describing the leaders of the big three religions. That could be interesting. Okay, no, I know who he is now, and I'm going to subscribe to him, but I did not know about this guy, so thank you for that. Noah Watson asks, what value do you see in the form of online politics typified by Vosh, where it's obvious and even self-acknowledged that arguments are about appeals to mass psychology rather than truth? I think Vosh is... Vosh is going to start seeing diminishing returns in the next little while. Not because he himself is going to be less successful unless there's a scandal, which is possible. I mean, who knows? He's had them in the past. He seems to have weathered them, but they weren't that bad. They were more like the thing with Poppy was creepy, but it was online and it wasn't like there were reasons why he was able to overcome that. But to the point of the question, diminishing returns for online politics, I should say, or political discourse, in that eventually he's going to run out of people to bounce off of, and it's going to start to coalesce, as it already has started, into just a really, really big echo chamber. And I mean, the dude bros and the hooligans who are just in it for the show, they vastly overwhelm the people who are actually seriously concerned with the issues that Vosh is dealing with. People watch Vosh for the same reason people watch Fox News, not because, they feel in their heart of hearts that they actually do really believe in the cause, a lot of them, I'm sure, but ultimately it's just fun, and that's a trap. I'm already starting to get kind of bored of the constant Twitter drama, That being said, I will say Vosh actually does do some stuff of substance, and he does deal with some pretty interesting issues, and I do actually agree with his takes in a lot of cases. Not all of them. I do have some very serious disagreements with him on certain things. In particular, I think him sort of doing the underhanded, not the underhanded, but like the sort of wink to Antifa people who are committing acts of violence, like, guys, definitely don't do political violence. That's bad. Wink, wink. I don't like that at all. That rubs me the wrong way in a bad way. But I mean, like, his main function right now is to really take the right-wing grifters who have kind of started to dominate the alt YouTube space, I guess you could say. Like, Sargon's moved off YouTube, but is still on YouTube, and he's got his own new platform. Tim Pool is somehow killing it. God knows why anybody watches Tim Pool, and ironically, I have a feeling it's just because he was sort of a milquetoast, middle-of-the-road entity between all of these other right-wing YouTubers or quasi-right-wing or, you know, covertly right-wing figures that people just started to engage with him specifically. But the main good that he is doing, and it is a good, is he is taking these guys down a peg, and he's making them kind of shudder, because he is fairly well educated. I mean, not perfectly. Hakeem's critiques of Vosh are correct. He hasn't really read the stuff that he talks about a lot of the time, but he doesn't posture as somebody who really has read these things deeply. He's just sort of glanced at them. And I mean, his readings are wrong, but it doesn't strike me as a major problem. The reason why I hold people like the academic agent, for example, to a much higher standard is because he is actually leveraging the fact that he's an academic in his expositions of text. So there is an expectation with that he knows what he's talking about, and he's actually read the texts he's talking about or critiquing. And he clearly hasn't, as somebody who has read most of those texts. So, like, that's bad. That disparages the academy. It's a sham, and it's making really, really ignorant people think that they're more or less informed. And as somebody who was a victim of that myself, I think that's one of the worst things you could possibly do to a person. It's molesting your soul. It's very bad. But insofar as Vosh has been very effective in making those kinds of people, look like fools to a very wide audience, I think he's been doing a lot of good. But we'll see what happens in the next couple of years. I could change my tune on him very fast, and I may. My position on Destiny has been changing quite a bit recently. I have a lot of problems, again, with a lot of his takes, but I think he's actually a little bit better than Vosh in some respects, not because of his politics per se, but because I think he's just a more sincere and bluntly a more rigorous thinker in certain respects. Like, his conversation I just find to be a lot more interesting. He actually is I think he's self-educated. I think he was a carpet cleaner or something. Vosh and Destiny both, they were very independent from a young age, and it shows in their manner. Like, I couldn't perform in that way with that level of confidence. Maybe I will be able to someday, but like, and I'm increasingly feeling like better and more comfortable doing this kind of medium. But like, as a person their age, it kind of astounds me that they're so good at what they do. Destiny's a bit older, of course. Destiny's getting sloppy, but I also think that, again, like, his conversations are really good. And it saddens me to say, even for a political scientist, they are really good. But the state of political science is a shambles, so that's maybe not saying as much as it sounds. But yeah, as for appealing to mass psychology rather than truth, sometimes appealing to mass psychology is necessary to promulgating the truth. Sometimes you need to prime people to be receptive to the truth. And sometimes that involves psychologically shaking their faith in certain figures who are misleading them. And I think Vosh does a good job of that most of the time. So, certainly recently, like, his Sargon debates were a disaster, but the Tim Pool one was just beautiful. Lewert Campbell again asks, who would you want to be the next presidential candidate for the 2024 election? Oh, I'll always be Bernie. I'll be Bernie when he's long dead in the grave. That's a joke, I don't know. I honestly don't like any of them, so we'll actually have to see what happens when that... we'll burn that bridge when we cross it. Applad asks, what do you think of communism and the countries that practice it? Do you think that it has merit? No country has practiced communism. Countries have ostensibly tried to set themselves on the road to communism, but communism, even in Marxist thought, is a distant end state, in which the state itself, by end state I mean a condition, but in that end condition, the state itself, in the political sense, the state has dissolved away into something I'm not actually informed enough to actually make a definitive statement upon. I think in many respects it's a dream based on an understanding of material conditions and history that, again, I'm not qualified to comment upon, but I have a strong suspicion has aged badly. That being said, I think there's plenty of value in Marx, and very little of Marx actually has to do with communism. Communism is largely a slogan as part of a political project, like with respect to the Communist Manifesto, things like that. In terms of Marx's major writings, it plays very little role as far as I'm aware. Now, granted, I've read modestly of Marx. Like, I've read the Brumier, I've started Capital, I've read some introductions to Capital. I've read Thesis on Feuerbach. Is it called On the Jewish Question? Something like that. And what's the other one? There was another one, I'm sure, right? Thesis on Feuerbach. I'm drawing a blank. Which means I probably don't remember the contents enough. I probably internalized, some things from it, but again, when I read Marx, I had an unhealthy bigotry against him for the biographical reasons I detailed earlier. So I'd have to go back. The Brumier, though, I did appreciate when I read it for the first time, and that's very good. If you want a good introduction to Marxist thought in a way that makes you respect Marx, 18th Brumier of Napoleon Bonaparte. Or Napoleon Bonaparte? Or it's 18th... It's Louis Bonaparte. Sorry, not Napoleon Bonaparte. 18th Brumier of Louis Bonaparte. But yeah, very good. We'll do one more question, then we'll go back to the game. And I will take a washroom break. Lewert Cambalin asks, what are your thoughts on objectivism? I think it's quaint. Ayn Rand wrote some charming books, or at least aesthetically charming books. There's something sort of fun about Atlas Shrugged and The Fountainhead and Anthem. Anthem in particular is kind of charming. But I think it's silly and facile and shallow, and I think that Ayn Rand was pretentious and ignorant. So, I mean, I remember actually my first introduction to Ayn Rand, because again, I took her seriously, because this was back during the Fox News arc of my life, in which I was, back when the Atlas Shrugged movie was just coming out, which was a train wreck, pardon the pun, and Hannity and whatnot, they were all plugging Atlas Shrugged. So I bought my dad a copy of that for Christmas, which ended up being a copy that was way too fine print, because apparently his vision was going at the time. So I swapped that out with a used copy that was larger, still brand new looking. I don't know why I'm going on about this, but I gave that to him, and I appropriated the smaller copy to start reading it. And oh my god, it was okay for the first 30 pages, and then it was the same conversation over and over and over and over again and again and again and again. It's just literally people going like, well, shouldn't we disperse our resources to the many? Shouldn't, like, the will of the few great ones be subservient to that of the multitude? And it's always like these greasy, like, union owners and whatnot. They're, like, depicted as, like, mobsters and whatnot. Like, physiognomically ugly compared to the main characters, who are all these, like, blonde Nietzschean beasts. It's, and it's mildly interesting how it's put. Like, you can tell you're reading something deeply ideological, but especially if you're sympathetic to it, there's something kind of fascinating about it. It's interesting. I don't know if it's worth reading. It is interesting. The narrative is interesting. The way in which it progresses, like, The Fountainhead is miles better, which isn't saying much in Atlas Shrugged. But Atlas Shrugged is such a slog. And I hate that because Atlas Shrugged is like the book, right? It's like War and Peace for crazy libertarians, but it's like, it's the book, and it's so boring. It's so boring. Again, just the same conversation over and over again. Like, little bits of it, though, stick in my head. Like, Francesco De Coni, I think I got the name right, going, like, to Dagny Taggart's brother at various points. Like, words have a particular meaning, you know, or something like that. Saying really absolutely nothing. You can tell this was just, like, a thing she thought up in conversation with people in her day-to-day life as a pundit. But, yeah. Alright, I'm going to take 2 minutes. I'll be right back to get some water and other things, and then we're going to get that hat, because we are 1 away. So stay tuned. I'll be right back. Alright, and we're back. We have a hat to acquire. God, I can tell why Vosh has, oh, that's cool. I can tell why Vosh has throat problems. Even just doing this for a couple of hours, this wipes you out. He does it for 4 hours a day. Can't be healthy. Oh, by the way, before I forget to mention it, I have started a Twitch channel. It has nothing on it yet, but very soon I will be doing a long play of Deus Ex, which is one of the best political games ever made, in my opinion. And by the way, the source of my channel name, so that'll be interesting. But I'll be doing a long play of that from start to finish. And we'll be doing commentary along the way, hopefully interesting political commentary, but we will see. I'll actually start reading some kookish conspiracy stuff just to, you know, have things to say about it, but I'm looking forward to that one because that's a personal favorite of mine, especially the first one. Maybe I'll do the whole series, who knows. But, yeah, that'll be at some point in the new year. Maybe the first week of the new year, who knows. But subscribe to my Twitch channel. It has nothing on it, but eventually it will. And it will also, of course, be put onto here too, so if you don't want to watch it live, I guess I could stream it live to both. We'll see. I don't know if my computer can handle it, but Puppy GXD. Yay, Twitch. Something other than Korean women to watch on Twitch. Well, I don't want to take attention away from the Korean women. That would be unfair. Yes, no. Yes! Oh, no. Get! Stop! Okay. Stop. Okay. Oh my god. Have I mentioned I hate this level? Of course not, I haven't done it yet. Oh my god, I actually missed that. How did I miss that? Okay, we're gonna go here. We're gonna go here and we're gonna get in. No, we're not. Oh, wait. We're alive. How are we alive? Well, I guess the sound's still low, isn't it? I should turn that up in between rounds. Okay. Okay. Let's do this. Just turn that volume back up. Let me know if it's too loud. Come on, baseball guy, you can do it. No, you can't. You're doomed. Doomed! Punjab, if I ask, silly question, but do you have a lot of time to read, or how do you manage to fit reading into your daily life? With the pandemic, I've had an extraordinary amount of time to read, and I've been too depressed, tired, and anxious to do it a lot of the time, which is embarrassing, but there it is. It actually takes a lot, like, especially, I'm reading, like, a bunch of Hegel right now, so that's, like, a slog. I get through, like, man, 10 pages a day if I'm lucky. But yeah, I've got a lot of time to read. I'm looking forward to finishing Hegel so I can get back to, you know, lighter reading, like Aristotle and stuff like that. It's amazing just how easy things are when you've been trying to read Hegel for a solid 3 months. Man. My professor said Kant was a bad writer. Kids, you ain't seen nothing yet until you read Hegel. Lure Kambalan asks, where did you get your profile pic from? That was a painting by a friend that I edited slightly, so it's not theft. No, she gave it to me. But it's actually a hand-drawn painting by a friend. I've sort of extended the shoulders so it kind of fits under the screen. I don't know if that's, you can tell if that's the case, but anyways. That's that. God, the physics are so annoying. Wow, really? Well, it works for me, I guess. Hey, stop! What the oh my god. What? What was that? What was that? You saw that jump, right? That guy's such a cheater. Oh my god, stop! Am I gonna make it? I think I'm gonna make it. I think I'm gonna make it. I'm not gonna make it. I'm not gonna make it. Yes, I'm gonna make it! Haha! Mike Sanders asks, have you read Zizek? He loves Hegel. I try to read Zizek. I do have a copy of The Sublime Object of Ideology, and I will read that at some point, I hope. But right now we're doing the Phenomenology of Spirit, and I'm finishing my first actual full read-through of Hegel's Philosophy of Right. I'm on the last 31 pages. And I've been on the last 31 pages for the last 3 days. So that's gonna have to end soon. But no, I haven't read Zizek. I mean, I've read a short article by Zizek at one point that I've completely forgotten, but, oh no, not this. This is the worst thing ever. It's just the worst. It's the worst. At least it's Team Tail Tag. Tail Tag just sucks. Dun 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 dun. Hey, get that back. Hey. Wait, okay. Sucker. Dun, 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 dun. I'm coming to get you, Blue. Coming to get you. Nope, I'm coming to get you, Red. Or am I? How are we doing? Oh, we're not doing good. We're not doing bad, we're not doing good. Okay, I'm coming for this guy. Hey, what are you grabbing me for? Traitorous cur. Oh, we're red. We're doing very bad. Okay. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Stop! Okay, come on, guys. Don't give up. Oh god, if we have a bunch of teammates just, like, quit all of a sudden on us, which happens sometimes, we have a low score. thought it was safe for a sec. Can't catch what you can't see. 4 seconds. 4 seconds. We're so close. Okay, yellow. Don't get any more. Don't get any more yellow. Why overtime? What? Oh, what is this? What is this? Okay, I need to hold this guy still. Dun, 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 dun. Why are we... Oh. Why overtime? The scores were uneven. Why? Alright, to hell with this. I think we got our hat anyways, do we? No. Close, though. The next one will do it for sure. Unless we fail in the first round. Or if anything new showed up in the store. No. What do we got here? That's my favorite. Oh yeah, I forgot about this one. Noah Watson asks, why do you think online politics is so linked to gaming? Well, because I think gaming is so linked to the internet, right? Like, people are... I mean, also there's the fact that people like Destiny and whatnot started off as gamers. That's, like, professional gamers. That's a thing. But, I mean, seriously, like, what do you do when you're listening to politics online? Well, you're either doing work, homework, reading, or gaming. And odds are most people are gaming on can't speak, on the computer. So, yeah. And I guess also there's like, gaming has been predominantly a male activity for a long time, or it's been seen as a male activity, and there's been a push recently to have more diversity in gaming in terms of gaming characters and things like that. Sometimes it's been kind of silly and forced. Like there are legitimate complaints, for example, about having like in ostensibly a historical depiction of an actual war that's in living memory of people that are still... Are there any World War II veterans still alive? Yeah, I think there are. Of having a female commando with a cybernetic arm, like, it's a little bit stupid. Am I offended by it? Not particularly, but it's kind of dumb, and I can understand why people would be annoyed by it. But I think that also gets exaggerated with things like Abby in The Last of Us 2 is objectively silly. Not because she's a woman, but because her arms are ridiculous for anybody. And she's supposed to be in, like, a context of extreme scarcity. The model she is based off of, her arms are not as big as the character Abby's arms, so it actually doesn't make sense, and it's kind of stupid. And it's like, it's also kind of reductive and lame. Like, it says that you can only be important or strong if you have inhumanly bulky muscles. I'm annoyed by it when they do it with anybody, including men. In this case, it was just kind of comical, because it was obvious what they were doing, so it was like that could have been literally anybody. Like, there's no reason for it. Especially given the kind of technology they're working with. Like, fetishizing arm strength is just kind of... It's dumb. I don't like it. But, yeah. Yeah, so... So why do I think it's so linked to gaming? I don't think it's necessarily so linked to gaming. I think it's just that it's the same platform as gaming, like online politics, of course. And gaming, like most media, has a political dimension to it, because games now have narratives and characters that have linkages with real-world people and things. Sometimes it's forced, sometimes it's actually just interesting. I thought the mankind, the Deus Ex Mankind Divided allusions to Black Lives Matter was sort of ham-fisted and almost manipulative. I didn't like that. But yeah, that's about that. I like politics in games. I just like it to be done thoughtfully, and it's generally done as like, you know, look at me. Oh, we're getting lucky this time. Hey, stop. Ah, yes. Okay, which is gonna be... Oh, we're going this way. Stop. Oh, that was a dive. I think when I get this hat, I'm going to call it for the night. I'm really tired. Leward Campbellin asks, why do you think right-wingers have a poor understanding of socialism and communism? Because it's treated as a bugbear, and they're conditioned from a young age to be bigoted against it, bluntly. It's largely not their fault, and then once they reach adulthood, a lot of them, especially if they get involved in politics, even if they start to learn to know better, it's an easy grift, and it's advantageous to continue that belief. So, yeah. Just a whole bunch of little social pressures, you know? Stop grabbing me, I'm on your side, you fool. I got the egg. I got it. I got the egg. Take it. Nope. Ah, I had it. Stop. Oh my god. God, the grab mechanics in this are just infuriating. Like, it's actually a toss-up as to where anything is going to go, and it's so frustrating. What? No, why? Get it out of there. Yes, get it out of there, blue. Okay, we're so going to lose this. It's okay, I think we have enough that we're still going to get the hat anyways, and I'll do one round after, just to not end on frickin' egg scramble. Okay, we can get these out. Oh, give me that. Can we just get these two yellows? Oh, no, we're so done. There is no... Oh my god, the slowdown, the lag. Okay. Come on. No. Oh, why is this? Oh, what on earth? Oh, I hate this level. See, the problem with the grab mechanics is that there's no way to fail a grab, which means that... What on earth is up with this? Wow, this is so bad. Which means that every time somebody grabs you, you're basically just done whatever you're doing. It's actually really bad design. A lot of the levels in this are just really frustratingly designed. Like the tail grab game. Their latency is bad. Okay, we're gonna get this? Yeah, we're gonna get this. Yay. Like, it's not that the team games are bad in concept, they're bad in execution. So, like, that egg scramble game would be great if there was a way to, like, hit the eggs out of people's hands but not grab them. In my opinion, there should be a punch option, and grabbing should just hold the person in place and shouldn't remove the egg from them. Which one is it? A duck. Nope. There we are. I think that color's wrong, isn't it? Yeah, I like that. For color, what do we want? Oh yes, the metal snowman. I don't know why it matters to me that color's epic, but I keep wanting the epic ones. It's a status thing. But I actually like this. I like this color. Yeah, let's go with that. We did it. Last round, guys, then I'm gonna go to sleep finally. Cyan Powder asks, what are your thoughts on the existence of Blue Lives Matter? It's obfuscating and distracting. I get the sentiment behind it. I'm not of the opinion that cops are inherently bad people. People who become cops, I think, generally are of the belief that that's actually a necessary part of society. That the way they're run is a necessary part of society. Like, bluntly, we aren't all critical theorists about this, right? A lot of people don't have time, or they just haven't met the right people or been educated properly. And the onus is on educators to fix that. It's not on the people who are victims of, bluntly, the circumstances of their birth, because that's largely where you get your view of the world from. But I think, objectively, like from the outside, I think it's not useful. Mostly because I don't think, like, Black Lives Matter, for example, denies, in concept. I know there are individuals who, and lots of individuals who do actually say that cop lives don't matter, but I don't think that's the point of BLM, which it's kind of addressed as a counter to. It's a mess. But, yeah. Hey, stop! Idiot. Okay, here we go. Oh. Okay. Lure Cambalin asks, do you like Star Wars? I like Star Wars. The Mandalorian's really good. The Rise of Skywalker was terrible, but I also kind of liked it. But it was terrible. But it was entertaining, at least. That's the most depressing thing you can say about a movie. It's like, it was dumb and bad, but at least it was entertaining. But yeah, I like Star Wars. I like that Disney has finally made like a competent narrative out of it. I love the actor they got for Boba Fett for The Mandalorian. That's been really good so far. Noah Watson asks, have you read Spinoza's Ethics? If so, how do you refute its determinism and maintain a conventional view of God and the individual? I have read parts of Spinoza's Ethics. I took a seminar actually on the politics of affect in third year? I can't remember. But, third year. But, But I haven't retained a lot of it. And no, I haven't refuted Spinoza yet, so... I'm not there yet. Oh boy, that was bad. That was so bad. Ooh, I got the silver. I won't get the gold, though. Unless this turns gold. No, it doesn't. But oh, you son of a... What, really? I just skipped that one? Oh, we're so dead. Unless I get the gold here. Get up! Coward. Ugh. Okay, I just need 2 more. I can do it. I can do it. One more, I'm in. One more. Stop! Oh, God. Okay, come on. One. Yes! Yes! Okay. Applet asks, why do you see Marx as one of the great thinkers? Well, because Max Weber wrote it. No, you mean Marx. Why do I assume Marx is one of the big thinkers? Because he was extraordinarily insightful, extraordinarily rigorous, and he had a massive influence. So you understand Marx, you, by dint of understanding Marx, understand a major part of a lot of theory following after him. A lot of philosophical work following after him, a lot of cultural history, like, that's why. What a guy, Max. Alright, we are going to take the short way out. We are not going to play wall, guys. We are just going to jump. Okay, we need to jump up here, and then we need to jump up here, and then, haha. Okay. Ugh. God, I hate this. Gonna get that there. We're gonna jump on here, and then... What? Wow, really? Really? We're doing it like that, are we? Oh my god. This is horrible. Okay. Stop. Stop! Seriously, what fun do you get out of sabotaging people here? The physics are not... Ah, oh, god damn it. I'm so dead. Why can't I grab that? It's right there. Wow. Okay. God, the physics in this is so bad. I know it's part of the game, but it's just... There's a point where it's just stupid. Ah. I don't know why I'm complaining. I do want to rest my eyes. Oh, I may make it. I may make it yet. Oh, I was so close. All right. Cyan Powder asks, thoughts on 2021? Be afraid. Be very afraid. Alright, folks. I think I'm going to wrap it up now. My brain is killing me. But yeah, so... There will be more coming in the new year. Lots more coming in the new year. We're going to have a more structured approach to my video making schedule. And subscribe to my Twitch channel, which is also just called President Sunday, because I am going to start streaming there in the near future. And I'm going to start with a long play of Deus Ex, which will be Deus Ex with political commentary or other things. And hopefully it's not going to be a nightmare, so yeah. At any rate, thank you all for listening. Have a good evening, and do take care. Ciao.